Katibu, we're trying to address a problem that clearly has compromised the safety of our learners in schools and access to quality education in schools. I want to know how we got here, the overcrowding, the lack of basic services in health in schools, the lack of water that has been included in a report that was done by her organization. I mean, why? What got us here as a country? What is it that changed the intent of our education sector?
Thank you so much. This is a very healthy debate because it tries to dissect what problems bedevil education in Kenya and more specifically about safety in schools. What made us arrive here, if I may give you a very quick answer, is regulation. The government has really failed to implement its own regulation with regard to the number of children to be admitted in a specific school. As Dr. has said, I learned in a school which was designed to accommodate only 320, and that space was basically for 320. And you know, when you talk about space, you don't just talk about those who are going to be accommodated in school in terms of boarding. You can build high-rise houses, but for learning to take place in a school environment, there are so many things that are required. You need playgrounds. You need also where children will grow naturally as they are supposed to grow in a society. So what we have had in our situation is government failure to regulate, and that's the reason for which we have issues of health in school and so on. Dr. has alluded to the fact that we have dormitories which are congested. That is true. And I come again to regulation. Where is the public health expert? Are they going to schools to inspect that this is a school which was designed initially to have 320, and that 320 now is 1,000. By the way, the situation is dire than what she's talking about. Mm-hmm. I have just come from addressing heads from a particular county in Nyanza region, and I met some of my classmates who are now principals, and one of them was 2 years behind me in school, and he's heading a school which was also having just 420. But currently they have 1,800. Okay. And the issue is here, the government has failed to regulate. I still indict the government for failure to give us what we are supposed to have. Another point that is a problem is the parents as they are. Take note that there are very few boarding constructions which have been done by government. They have been done by parents because parents do not want to stay with their children at home. That is a major problem because schools have become the largest, our public schools have become the largest private enterprises that are doing business. We are doing business with our children's lives, with our children's quality of education, and so forth. So these are the issues which are there. But at the heart of it all, lack of government regulation. When I came in, you are discussing something related to Mukumu girls, for example. Now the issue goes beyond what what other studies have revealed. The issue is about the revealing that medics are saying that there was some salmonella and so on. And Dr. here would say that you don't need to treat salmonella for 3 weeks. Some of those victims are still in hospital to date. Something different must have caused this. And we have had issues where the government agencies are just covering up for failure of certain institutions. For example, are we sure that once we have made a school a boarding, that the supplier of food to school where is the source? You know, the school is become a center and a focus, and that's why this thing is highlighted. Outside there, people are also dying because of what they are consuming. So we need to go deeper into this, because if the public health took its role, then we could now accuse the ministry. The third one, and this is where I put the nail on the cornfield. We have saboteurs in the Ministry of Education. Saboteurs, those who are sabotaging.
In what aspect?
In the aspect, for example, if a school is supposed to have a registered number to be admitted in Form 1, they're supposed to be 40. Then you find that the teachers, the head teacher is, or the principal is asked to admit 80. Is that not sabotaging the government policy?
So it is like orders from above?
Orders from above, they are just orders. They are not even orders. They are people who are doing business with the so-called good schools.
Okay.
And the good school principal is happy because the capitation is going to be more and therefore will be comfortable.
Okay,
so
because we have so many schools without numbers and without teachers.
And without learners.